Okay, so welcome everybody. Good to have you all here. It's a very exciting day. I am really thrilled and pleased to have you all here for this session. This is a session where we're going to dive into the basics of the bot, any clarifications needed with respects to bot settings. This is the session where I can answer any question anybody has about anything apart from the charts. Okay, so we're going to have question and answers, your own ideas, your own gaps when it comes to the bot settings. And I know some people are totally new here when it comes to trading. So I'm going to just take it very slowly with everyone in batch 5, but we're still going to move fast. And I'm going to get started with the first thing I'm going to talk about is why you need this training. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. But before then, and this question goes to those who are in training, right? Those who are in batch 5 training. I want to know how many of you, when you see a chart like this, know what to do to predict market direction? How many of you? If you were in batch 1 to 4, don't bother dropping the chat. So, how many of you, apart from KDJ and Bollinger Band and MACD, how many of you know what to do when it comes to trading without indicators? Okay? When it comes to trading without indicators, if you know what to do, type 1. I know everybody has indicators that they use to make life easy for them, but the purpose of this training is to help you trade even without indicators. All right. So if you know what to do on this chart without indicators, type 1. And if you don't know what to do without indicators, type 0. All right. Now, this is not an exam question. I'm just trying to gauge the view of somebody saying your screen is not clear. Yeah, so just bear with me. Okay. So I can see the zeros, and that's okay. I like it when I see zeros. It means I have to come down to the basic level and take it from there for those in the training batch. All right. So this is what the training is. Okay, and I'm not talking about, I know some of you have watched the first module. So before you watch that first module, so I'm taking you as if you're just starting this training. Okay. All right. So it's important for a person to be able to do some activities on the chart even before indicators, because indicators are most likely going to mislead you. So the goodbye to floating loss training, it's a training that takes you from the foundation of the market. All right. So we take you from the foundation of the market and turn you into a trading professional. I'm going to, in a moment, I'm going to ask people from batch 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 to share their own ideas of what it takes you to succeed and maybe give their own testimonials. In fact, people from batch 4 are performing miracles. Somebody dropped that he made 20% today from a trade, right? So that's amazing. All right. So it's fine that you don't know, but we have 3 weeks to 4 weeks to change your, financial story as far as trading is concerned. So you're welcome, and I look forward to transforming your journey. So anybody can throw up indicators on the screen and use that to trade. All right. And that is a very common practice. But here, in the goodbye to floating loss, we ban you from indicators. For the first 2 to 3 weeks, we ban you from use of indicators until you understand the market. Then when you understand the market, you can add one or two. Why do you need this training? Now, we have the popular MACD method, all right? We have the popular MACD method that works very, very well. We also have the goodbye to floating loss method that works very, very well. Sorry, what I mean is the top gainers method, rather. The top gainers method that works very, very well. But one thing is you find out is that you cannot use one indicator to determine your entry into the market. One indicator cannot control your trading. As a newbie, we try to show you the easy way to get started. But you need to understand this. MACD automation is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful for newbies. But let me show you one example of when it could be also very dangerous. So here's a rock pool. Well, I call this a rock pool. Here's a time on OM where OM crashed. All right, so OM had its crash here. So how could you have protected yourself from this crash by OM? And it was a top 20 coin. At this point, you would have told your MACD tool from here that once it's covered up by, okay, and you might even have entered some trades here. This kind of crash can be very devastating. And if I go to the 15-minute chart, you might see an idea of how devastating that could be, all right? You can have an idea of how devastating that could be, because here you have the MACD cross, okay? Here you have the MACD cross over, but that was a dead trap. You have the MACD cross, then you have the flat move, and then the crash. So this is why I tell people you cannot trade and put all of your trading capabilities on one indicator. No professional trader does that. But it's okay to start that way. And it's extremely powerful. You can have lots of success with the MACD automation tool. In fact, that's one of the most powerful tools, most revolutionary tools that we use in RoyalQ. However, there are gaps. Those gaps can only be filled when you decide to become a professional trader. So the goodbye to floating loss training is for those who want to take their trading to the next level in such a way that they can make money in any market conditions and stay consistent in their profits month after month, irrespective of bull run, bear season, or market crash. Those who embrace the goodbye to floating loss training are those who say, hey, I think I'm passionate enough about RoyalQ. I'm passionate enough about trading. So let me learn all I need to learn to stay sharp in the market. So the goodbye to floating loss training gives you basic and
Say your screen is blur.
Please, it's just you. It's everybody that has that blur screen. Okay, everybody that has that blur screen. Remember, I zoomed out of the coin, and I zoomed out deliberately so that so if I go here, is it still blurred? Is my screen still blurred when I put on this website? Is it still blurred?
No.
So I had to zoom out and zoom out. Don't worry, you cannot see the candlesticks. It's really, really zoomed out because there's a crash. So it cramped a lot of things in one tiny place. We're not yet doing analysis of the market, so don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, so it's not it's just the candles and the way it appears. If I wanted to, or maybe pick any other coin, I'm sure it will become clearer to you. Huh? I'm sure it looks clearer now. I'm sure it looks much clearer now. But that candle had that had a very big crash. So it kind of squeezed all the candles and made them tiny, so that you can see the crash in one screen. All right, so that is why we encourage training. For those who don't have passion for trading, they can ignore the trading. But if you know you have passion for trading, we encourage you to be a part, of it whenever you wish. Right. So at this point, let me call on some of the previous members who have completed their assignments. I want them to share their testimonies briefly, and even more importantly, point out what is the success secret to gaining the best from this training. So you can raise your hand or mute yourself. Let's see. If you are from batch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 and 4, and you have completed your assignments, that is, you've moved to the advanced class, and I want you to share your own view, idea of what it takes to succeed in this training. All right. What are the success tips you can give? Simply raise up your hands and do so. I know lots of people just want to be they don't want to talk too much, but if you have some words of advice for batch 5, because what I found out is most people don't show up for the live training sessions, and that's a big gap. All right, so I'm going to call on Engineer Fik and then Madam Hope, just briefly. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so everybody, I
Yes,
appreciate yes, initiative. I want to believe that most of the people here are RoyalQ members. So, and honestly, in this community, this initiative is the saving grace. If you are here, I want you to take this training, RoyalQ, because all my traits were uplines that could tell me the Goodbye to Floating Loss Academy were the saving grace. And I didn't even know Coach Nandi from anywhere. I had to go to his YouTube.
You are breaking your voice.
Wow. What
No,
about now?
look better. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I was saying that the saving grace for me was the Goodbye to Floating Loss Academy. I was at the verge of quitting RoyalQ. If you're here and listening to me right now, this is a saving grace for you, because honestly, the market can be violent. When we say markets being violent, what it means is that there could be a lot of movements in the market that can mess up with your emotions if you don't know exactly what to do. So here in this training, coach is going to take you literally from being a newbie, show you everything that you need to know step by step, and it's going to be friendly to everybody. Like anybody can pick it up and understand it, and it's going to be step by step, layer upon layer, until you have a clear understanding of the market. That's what happened to me. I couldn't believe that I could take 160 trades while I was still even within like 3 Loss Academy. I couldn't believe I could take 160 trades and over 150 out of it sold off in profits. So I was shocked. I didn't know I was still the same person. So this training is going to literally transform you, change you to another person. So I congratulate you for being here. A few nuggets, if you're here, it's to get the most of this training, ensure that you listen to what the coach is saying, ensure that you grab the concept first before asking too many questions, ensure that you focus on the major thing that is being discussed per time, so that there are not too many distractions. Because when he's saying one thing and you are thinking of another thing, you may discover that even the main thing that is being taught, you are not picking it. Then also, this is an intensive training that is going to require a lot of work on your side. So coach has his side, but you have your side as well. So if he gives you the materials, just like he gave to us, I had to consume the entire materials from A to Z. Honestly, I went through it several times until it became part of me. So to do the hard work. Here we are busy We have a lot going on. But since you've decided to give this a consideration, please, whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So watch the videos, come into the classes with the questions, and I believe it's going to be a really nice time. I can't wait to see you at the top. Thank you, Coach, for giving me the opportunity to share.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Fick. We appreciate it. All right, so let's hear from Madam Hope. Madam Hope's a powerful batch 4 member, extraordinary woman, hardworking, diligent, resilient, on the road, but always getting the job done. All right, Madam Hope.
Good evening. All right, good evening. I hope I have some noise in my background. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so today is Easter Sunday. I wasn't expecting that I would see this much of people. I had other engagements too, but whenever Coach Nandi calls, we make sacrifices to come around. Good evening. So, yes, I just want to say that first of all, I would like to welcome you to the pre-training class, batch 5. Yes, my name is Hope, and I'm from the batch 4 Goodbye Floating Loss Academy. The training has transformed me. Yes, I'm going to just make it very brief because I've already shared my testimony before now. Everything that is being said here that you're going to be taught is going to be very apt. Yeah. So I have been postponing my own training to maybe I should have been in batch 2 because of a lot of work, busy here and there. But I'm happy that I was able to make the sacrifices to do that training, and today I'm not regretting it. I'm also very happy to see you all. Congratulations for taking this bold step of a lot of sacrifices made in terms of money. I'm sure a lot of you must have said, time, this, that. So welcome. It's not going to be easy, but you will see that it's worth it. A lot of strategies are going to be shared in here. There are 2 problems that we have in please just always know that RoyalQ is just a robot. So let's focus on cryptocurrency. So 2 major issues are floating loss and delisting. These are the only things. They look like a disadvantage, but really they are not, but they've been taken care of in this training. So I learned how to deal with my floating loss, and I also learned how to deal with delisting. Let me just tell you one thing. You may be up to 30 in a class, but I tell you, you are assimilating at different angles. Some people, their mind may not be there. There was something Coach Nandi talked about delisting, and somebody was asking me, when did you say that? So you have a lot of nudges thrown up and down, but please always make sure that you are very attentive. It's not all about trading. It's not all about getting money to trade. Your knowledge is key, and thank God that you are here. So one of the success secrets that helped me is always showing up. Guys, always show up at all times. Do not miss your live class. Try to be diligent. Try to be consistent. Bringing out a huge amount of money for this training. Now, the second sacrifice is availability. Your time is very key. So please always make sure you show up. The style is very simple, very easy. Assimilation is top notch. You will love it. You will love it. I'm telling you. I may not have been a perfect professional or a guru, as it may be, but I tell you that I'm proud. Where I am today, I just give thanks to God. I love charts now. I love the candlesticks now. I love seeing all of those things. I can actually tell you where a trade is going. But before now, it wasn't like that. So please, let me end by saying, put up a first-class attitude in this training. If you do, you will have a first-class result. Nothing less. We hope to also hear your testimony someday. Thank you.
Awesome, powerful. Thank you very much, Dr. Hope, for that lecture. So you have heard from the head of departments. You cannot afford to fail. She was very busy, but she found time to stick with and do her assignments. And she's very correct. People will assimilate at different levels. That is why this is a 6-month coaching. So as you fall behind, we're still going to be helping you to catch up with weekly coaching calls. All right. So you've heard from those who have been part of this. One thing I want to underscore again is please be in the live sessions. Even if you have not watched any of the training videos, just be in the live sessions. You might feel you are being overwhelmed or confused, but being in the live sessions will help you learn faster. Of course, if you have not watched the training video for the module, then you might not be able to ask me questions. Okay, because I only take questions from people that have watched the training videos and or one of two of the coaching calls. So, but you listen to people ask their questions. And once you listen to the live sessions, you find out that when you're watching the training recording at your own pace, you will be, getting a good hang of it. So don't avoid the live training sessions because you've not watched the videos. Don't avoid the live coaching calls because you feel overwhelmed. Your brain has the capability to handle so much information. You can handle so much information. Don't underestimate the power of your brain. Just looking and listening, even with your eyes shut, you'll be amazed at what you would have learned. All right, so I have another hand here. Madam Angela, how are you doing? The floor is yours here. Okay, Madam Angela, was your hand up, or was it an error? Or maybe the network?
It was an error, but I will speak. I didn't even know, but I will speak. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach. Yeah, I'm just going to encourage everyone in this batch 5. I was in batch 3, but I had some personal issues that made me kind of drop out, and I was added to batch 4. The only thing I can say, I may not be very visible in the group, but I never miss any coaching call. I'm sure even Coach knows this. No matter what, even when I'm out of the country, I make sure I join the coaching call. There's so much that you can learn from the coaching call, even if you don't watch the videos, like Coach said. The day I took a trade, a live trade, because I did the assignments, they were not live trades. I came out in profit, but you will still have doubts about if you can actually take this trade. But the day I took my first trade using the MACD formula, the excitement I felt when it came out in profit and I saw the money drop in my back office, I had to send Coach a message that day. The kind of information that you will get from this training, I'm not sure YouTube can offer you. No matter how much you watch all those YouTube videos, you can never get the same value. And the value you are going to get from this training, to be honest, I don't think 150, 200, 250 is justified for what you are going to get from this training. So we have to really thank Coach for going all out to do this training at the amount that he is doing this training. Because to be honest, $1,000 is not even too much for this training. Like Dr. Hope said, everybody will assimilate at different rates because we cannot all go at the same pace. But you have the videos to watch. You have a 6-month coach after, to ask questions, to do everything, to kind of to make sure that you understand what is going on. This training is termed goodbye to floating loss. Believe me, it is goodbye to floating loss. There's no two way about it. If you put your mind to this training, it is tough. I'm not going to lie. It is tough. It is intense. But you know how the human mind works. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. Just make time to attend the coaching calls. Once you attend the coaching calls, you listen to questions that other people, because there might be things that you don't even think about, or the questions that you will not even think to ask, that some people will ask, and you will get your information from it. And once the coaching call is over, Coach is always recording these sessions. Just go back and watch and listen and take notes. You will not go wrong. One other thing that I did that also helped me was reaching out to people in the group that I saw, I felt were doing well and they understood what was being said. So if you notice there's anybody in your group that is asking the right questions, is doing the assignments well, and you feel you can reach out to the person. I say it every time that we have a coaching call. Engineer Fix, I don't joke with him. I don't know him, I've never met him, but I reached out to him. And even when I don't reach out to him, he's always sending me messages asking, Madam, how are you doing? Do you need any help with this? Can I help you with this? And he has been amazing. So please don't look at anybody in your group as, don't look at it like we are all in this group, we're learning together. What can they know? Because we assimilate and learn at different paces, some people will understand more than you. So please feel free to reach out to people in your group that you think are understanding faster than you, and they'll be able to explain to you. Coach is always there. His DM is always there. I disturbed him. I disturbed his life, but he's always willing. He's always willing. Always he's there, all 100%, 247. If you send coach a message at 2 a.m., he's going to respond. I had to ask him one day that, how do you do it? Don't you rest? You need to take time to rest, So please, this is an amazing opportunity for you. You would learn much more than what the money that you have put down is going to offer you. And at the end of the day, you're going to be happy and be saying goodbye to your floating loss. Thank you for the opportunity, Coach.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ma, for sharing those words. You were always among the first to enter class every single time. You and then Madam Dr. Hope also did the same thing. Once very punctual. I every single time. Extraordinary. If Ibufubara, your hand seems to be up. Or are you trying to say something?
Yes, good evening, Coach. Good
Evening,
evening,
ma.
everyone. Batch 5 members, you guys are welcome. Trust me, I've made the best decision of your life. I'm not even joking. This training I think it's beyond goodbye to floating loss. This training is goodbye to poverty. I'm not even joking. I made 40% today. I'm not supposed to be saying this, but this is just to encourage you. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sure. Clear, loud and clear.
This is to say that my advice to everyone in batch 5, please stay consistent and stick to whatever it is Coach Nnamdi is going to be teaching you. That is the secret. Stick to it. There were times when I made losses, and then when I did my own reevaluation, I noticed that I took those losses because I did not stick to the plan, because I did not stick to what has been taught. But then I had to put myself together. It takes a lot of emotions. I put myself together, watch the videos again. And please, those videos, don't take it lightly. Watch and watch and watch. Keep watching until you get it. And then stick to whatever it is that has been taught. Then, hey, this guy's there's no limit. There is no limit. I'm super excited. I'm still excited. Every time I make gains like this, my body will be shaking. And it's just a good feeling. It feels so good. This is goodbye to poverty. Please take it seriously. Stay consistent. Always show up and do your best. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ma, for your voice is always very exciting for me too. The passion, when you describe your experience, the passion, the sincerity, that voice, it goes deep into the brain. 40% today. That's crazy. And just imagine, why would somebody not be willing to learn this? So congratulations. And I know, Madam, you made a lot of money during the assignments. So I beg, please keep sharing those testimonies in the group chat with the screenshots. We love them. We love them. It's that's the salary I get, from this training, right? The fact that I see that you are just hitting success after success, that just keeps me going, and I'm super excited. All right. That's to show you that RoyalQ is enough. And if you're not somebody who is into RoyalQ, you want to trade any markets, of course, you're going to be making so much money. Thank you for all those who have shared those testimonials. There is something I want to attend to now that people always come to my DM to ask me. And it's about MACD automation. So let me emphasize this. I got a lot of chats. I can't even reply all of them. People say, I entered my MACD automation tool. It's not working. It's not working. So here's what I think. When to trigger your trade is when the MACD tool is below 0. Remember, there's a middle point here that is below 0, right? So where's the 0 line? Just a moment. Just a moment. This is the 0 line. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So that's the 0 line. I just made it thicker. So here's the 0 line. When it's below the 0 line, this is the point you need to go set it up. All right. When it's below the 0 line, you don't need to wait until when it's getting close to crossing over. Somehow the bot needs to be monitoring this for a while before it takes the action when there's a crossover. All right. So I want you to understand the MACD tool is extremely important, and you'll be using this tool even after you've done your analysis on the goodbye to floating loss. In fact, goodbye to poverty trading. Goodbye to poverty trading. All right. So some people come here and they say they set the bot at this time. All right. If you set it at this point, the bot might not pick it up. All right. You need to set it, right about now when it's facing down. All right. And give the system time to monitor this and calibrate and know it's all right. It's monitoring this. If you do it from here, when it crosses over, it will definitely pick your trade. Right. So the same thing with this. If you come here and say at this point you're entering it, yeah, it might pick, sometimes it might not pick. So it's always better to do this when it's still here and await the results. All right. And same thing goes here. You want to do this at this time, not when it looks that it has crossed. If you do it at this point after the crossing, it's not going to pick it. All right. It might not pick it unless maybe when there's another crossover somewhere here. So I get a lot of questions about this aspect of the RSI automation tool a lot. I get it a lot. Please, I need you to just get that point clear. And I want to really, really encourage every member of RoyalQ. We have a very violent market we are dealing with. Go get a TradingView account. It's free. You don't need to have the paid version. Use the free version and really understand the market. Use that as a tool on your phone, on your tablet. Another question people ask is, what device is the best for goodbye to floating loss training? I'll tell you, if you have a tablet, that's excellent, because I love to have a good view. You see my view, I can see what's happening on the left. I can also see what's happening on the right. I love that view. If you don't have a laptop, then you can use a tablet. The tablet also gives you a good view. If you don't have a laptop and a tablet, then you can use your phone. Okay, you can use your phone. Use your phone to practice. Then you have to scroll to the left on your phone to see what has happened on the left side. But as soon as you can get a tablet for yourself, do get that device for yourself. Somebody said, thanks for the clarification on the MACD, which is available for every member. Yeah. The MACD, it's available for every member, yeah. And that's why we brought that too. All right. So MACD is available for every member. You don't have to pay for clarification on that. Please. The training is more in-depth than indicator use. All right. Goodbye to floating loss, the best decision I took. I'm in batch 4. I made $10 from $15. What? That's a wow for me. I encourage you batch 5 members to take the coaching class seriously. Oh, thanks. Wow, are you serious? This is crazy. You made $10 from $15. I don't know. And you're not even trading Forex. Oh boy, this is huge. So I love this kind of testimonies. This one is in the chat. Maybe she really can't talk where she is. Maybe she doesn't want to hear her voice. So thank you very much. So lots of advice given here. Please don't joke with them. If you joke with them, I'm talking to those who are in batch 5 now. If you joke with them, you end up falling behind. If you fall behind, it's okay. You will try and get you to catch up. And here's another thing I want to say. The way I model the training, you don't need to panic if you fall behind. Keep showing up in class. Why? Most of the things I will say in the first training, I will repeat them again in the second training. My training is stacked, all right? So whatever I say, I will likely repeat again and again and again and again. So this is why I tell you, always be in the live sessions, because I will always draw those same things again and again and again and again. So please, I can't overemphasize the importance of being at the live sessions. All right, so at this point, from members in batch 5, please, do you have any questions about RoyalQ settings or any question at all? Apart from the training topics that you want me to clarify. And before those questions, let me also state this. Those who have opted in for this training, you're not opting in just to watch videos. You're opting in for the coaching. The coaching is where I open your brain and make sure it goes in. All right? So, and that's a very special skill. So I really want to encourage you to show up for the live coaching calls. See the way I'm hammering it. That's what you can watch the videos. So 5 persons, A, B, C, D, E, Mr. A, B, C, D, E. 5 different persons can watch those videos and they have 5 different concerns. So by the time you come for the coaching calls, I open those 5 different areas, shatter them, and home in on the issues, eliminate them, and help you embrace. So the coaching is where the miracles are. And of course, the coaching calls are extraordinary. So let me take your questions. If you are a member of this training and you have questions about the board settings.
Please, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. The question I want to ask is a simple, basic question. It's how do we set up the margin calls? I set it up, but is there any should I say, good practice behind it that we should just adhere to?
Are you able to share your screen? Let me ask you to share your screen.
Okay, my RoyalQ, share my screen with RoyalQ.
Yes, so even if it's another device, you can just connect through that device, but don't activate the audio, yeah? Just share the screen from there.
Okay, let me see if I can share my screen.
Let me make sure I've enabled sharing. Hold on. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I've enabled sharing.
Okay, I was using my laptop, so I'm going back to my phone where I have my RoyalQ.
Yeah, just connect from the phone and don't put audio, just share from there. So while we wait for the sharing, we have somebody here who says, I'm relatively new to RoyalQ. I'm not familiar with RoyalQ settings yet. Is there a video I can watch to learn about them? Yes, sure. Just go to this YouTube channel. We'll drop a lot of videos. Hold on, let me see if I can get so this is the energy team. Let me go to margin calls. We have lots of videos, so let me see if I can call up. So I have a couple of these videos. So go to the channel. You want to watch this one. You want to watch this one. You want to watch this one. All right. So just to take you there, let me just extract this and drop in the meeting. Okay. So we're still waiting for you to share your screen, sir.
Okay. So this is that's it.
Okay, so any other person
Sharing my screen?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Have you seen share?
Yes, I clicked on share.
Then you click on screen.
Okay.
So have you clicked on screen?
It's asking me display other apps, personal or work,
Yes,
camera.
yes. Give it permission. Look for Zoom there. Scroll on the list and look for Zoom and turn on for Zoom. You tap on Zoom to turn it and enable it. So what are you seeing again?
Yeah,
So,
I've tapped Zoom.
okay.
Allow display over other apps.
Yes, give it that permission. Then once you are done with that, you press your return key.
Okay. I'll press my return key.
Okay, we're not seeing it yet. Okay, yeah, coming up now.
Can you see
Okay.
it now?
Yeah, sure. Go to RoyalQ then. Let's look at it.
Okay. I don't know whether I can see my reaction.
I can see it. So go to your strategy settings. Click on mine.
Okay.
Then click on my strategy settings. So let me emphasize this again as and also a training point. When you need to save all your settings in your strategy settings, you might have more than one strategy. So you save them here. Okay, sir. So which one is this one? You have 7 margin calls. You have one with 4 margin calls. Let's start with the 4 margin calls. Click on the biro sign, the pen sign by that one. The one with first buying amount of $15.
Okay. I'm clicking on it, but it's not really accepting it. Good.
Okay, so you have 4 margin calls. Go to margin configuration. Let me see. Why do you need... So I understand what you're doing. You see, this setting you have here is for capital of $300 and above.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not, you don't use it for less than $300.
Okay.
So this is important. If you have more than $300, what we tell people to do is to make their FBA 40% of $300. Then the remaining 55% will be activated through margin calls. So this setting is only for $300 and above. So when I see your FBA of $15 there, I know you're using it the wrong way. In fact, you're not going to be making any money with this setting now. Unless your capital is $30 or something. So again, if you have $300, what you do is you say, what is 45% of $300? 45% of $300 is 135. So your FBA will be 135. Next, you come here, put the settings, and the remaining 55% of the capital will be executed as the market crashes. Now, without training, without the goodbye to floating loss, goodbye to poverty training, you can use this 3.54%, 4.56%, because you're trying to tolerate 20% call drop, right?
Yes.
But when you do this training, you don't need to tolerate 20% call drop.
Okay.
You'll be trading in a sharper way. All right. You'll be trading in a sharper way, and we'll show you all of that as we go into the training. So you don't have to tolerate 20%, drop. All right. So you will change the left side according to your risk appetite. Okay. So let's go to the other setting. Click on the top left arrow and then.
Okay, but now if I'm trading with $100, what happens as a FBA?
Okay, so I guess you've not watched the previous pre-training calls. So just click on
most of them.
Okay, click on the top left arrow, no problem. Batch 1, I think I explained that in batch 1, batch 2. Okay, just go back.
Okay.
For $100, you use what we call low capital settings. Okay. For $100, you use what we call low capital settings. So let's just set up a low capital setting for you. So click on the top right. Okay. So you can put the risk type as whatever. You want to put it as radical, feel free. Then I need you to now, on the remark section, I want you to type low capital settings. So where you need to do some calculation is what will be your FBA. So let me do this calculation now. You have $100. Let's say you want to tolerate 2 margin calls and you use the doubling method. When you're using low capital, you should use doubling method, okay? Doubling method. That means your first margin call will be 2 times. The second one will be 4 times.
Okay.
That's 2 margin calls. Though some people decide to use 3 margin calls and make the first one to be one time. They make the second one to be 2 times and the last one 4 times. But yeah, you can just make the... So if we're using the first call as 2 times and the second one as 4 times, how many times is that in total?
6 times.
6 times. Then your first buy is also 1 time, not so.
Okay.
That's 1 time because you're buying once. All right. So that is 6 times plus 1 time. That is 7 times. Then you will have to use open position doubled to make it 8 times. Okay.
Okay.
So I usually tell people, if you have $100, just divide it by 8. But do you understand why I divide it by 8 now?
Sorry, the $100 is my FBA, not the total I have.
Okay, no problem. Let me just...
Okay.
So you cannot determine FBA. You have to look at your total capital. So I will come to that in a moment, using you as an example, not a problem. But right here, we are doing for total capital of $100, and it's okay for people who don't have much money. All right. So we're dividing 100 by 8. Do you know why we divide it by 8?
Margin calls.
Plus what?
The first buy.
Plus what?
Plus
open position doubled.
Open position double.
Okay, that's because we're using doubling method. So if we do the 100 divided by 8, what you now have is 12.5.
Okay.
So you change your FBA to 12.5. So do you see how I arrived at the FBA for your $100?
Yes.
The same thing if it's 150, you divide 150 by 8.
Okay.
Same thing. So you turn on open position doubled.
Okay.
Do you know what open position doubled means?
No.
Can you turn it on? Turn it on. Good. What it means is that when it wants to buy that 12.5, to buy 12.5 times 2.
Okay.
Okay. It will buy 12.5 times 2. That's why I said first buying amount is 1 time, open position doubled is the second time.
Okay.
Also 4 and 6. So everybody needs to understand this because you're going to be setting this for your teammates downlines, yeah? So they're going to get, you have to understand because most people will only have $100 to trade. All right, so now for margin call limit, how many did we agree we are using for low capital?
8.
No.
No, 4.
No, 2.
2 and 4.
So see, margin call limit refers to how many of those lines you want to see when you go to margin configuration. So usually, whole position take profit ratio, you can take 2%, put it at 2%. You can always change that. Then whole position take profit callback, you can put 0.01 there. Then scroll down, buying callback, you can put 0.01 there. Then it's always one shot. When you're starting off as a trader, please stick to one shot because some of your teammates will not understand cycle mode when the market dips. All right. So let's go to margin configuration now. Remember, you chose two margin call limit. Can you see that you're only seeing 2 rows?
Yes.
So when you see margin call limits, you are talking about how many rows or how many margin calls will you execute. So you have the 2-4. The 2-4 is okay. All right. Now the percentage on the left is now up to you. It's now up to you based on your analysis.
You said we will trade smarter.
Yeah, so that's why I said it's up to you based on what you see in the market.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can leave it as it is now, but of course, after you execute the trade, you can come back and based on your analysis, do whatever you see. So confirm this, save it. So everybody, this is how you do you can save. This is how you do low cap settings for less than $300. And always look at the FBA. Now, what's your total capital, sir? Give me an example.
Let's say 2,000.
Oh, 2,000. Excellent. With 2,000, what you do is the same setting you have for margin calls.
Okay.
Your first buying amount will be 45% of 2,000.
That's
So
900.
Yeah. So you just put 900 there so that when the market is going in your favor, you can make lots of money.
900.
No, but this one is are you sure you're in the right one? Go back. Don't save. Because I'm seeing 7. Return. Just say return. Don't save. So go to the one with 4. Go to the one with 4 margin call limits.
This one.
That's the one with FBA 15 at the bottom. So put the 900 there. Then change the remark to big capital or $2,000. Change that remark top gainers and put maybe $2,000 or big capital settings, anyone. So if you have $10,000, it's just the same thing. 45% of $10,000. But by the way, I like people to break their capital down. Don't put all your money in one trade there. Share your capital into 2 or 3 and take different trades. So this setting is the setting for anything above $300. Just choose the first buying amount as 45% of your capital. And every other setting remains in. This one is above settings. Okay, yeah, above $300 setting. Then of course your profits, make it more than 1.5. Anyway, after the trading, as we go along, you will see the power of increasing. Yeah, you can put 2. Always when you're asking me to send you settings, take a screenshot as it's doing it, yeah? When am I going to send you settings? Or you watch the video? So that's it, you now save. So you find out
what about margin configuration?
the same margin configuration. Okay, go to margin configuration. So that setting on the right is our standard TGS setting. Don't change it.
Okay, good.
If you calculate 0.11 times 900 and add it to 0.22 times 900 and add it to 0.33 times 900 and add it to 0.55 times 900, you find out that is the remaining part of your capital, 55%.
Okay.
After you've done the FBA of 40, put the 900 as the 45%.
So please, what about the margin call drop?
Now, margin call drop, so that you don't need to be asking this question.
Okay.
Let me ask you, let's say I'm your downline. What is margin call drop used for?
Margin call drop is used to buy the dip in order to reduce the average price.
Good. So the answer to your question is simply, how deep do you want to go?
Okay, yes.
And how deep you want to go is not going to be based on your analysis.
How deep to get to the next support?
So don't worry about support. I'll show you. There's much more to this training than just that. So,
Okay.
how deep do you want to tolerate? So, for example, if your trade is 7% that you want to tolerate, then you just put the first one can be 2%, second one 2%, third one 2%, last one 1%. Don't change it. I'm just telling you, you don't need to change it now.
Okay.
You know, it's your analysis that will determine the drop you want to take. Listen, I'm converting you to a professional, so you will need to be asking questions of what to put here because you will know what to put here
Okay.
based on your analysis. So since we're here to start the training, this is just an awareness session where I will answer every call about the bot. My goal is just to make sure you understand the bot so that when we start trading, you know, I normally give this instruction to people: don't trade yet until you have done. So we have 30 assignments I give to everybody. I tell people, don't trade yet until you've gotten confidence in your assignments.
Okay.
And what I find out is that when people start the assignment, the first 5, they will be messing up sometimes. Apart from some few special people, most times their first 5, 6, 7 assignments will not be working well. But then they correct themselves. Then the rest are just firebrand. So I can tell you, when you start after your first 5, 6 assignments, that's where I will actually pay close attention to your analysis. Your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assignments, I'll be looking at it closely. So once I see you've gotten it right, your other assignments, I might not even be looking at them. You know, I might look at it once in a while because I know you've gotten the key concepts. You are in for a great ride, sir, and I look forward to your journey to V6. Are you still committed to get to V6?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So RoyalQ is enough.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. I'm proud to have you here. Yeah. And I know you were talking about the lady that wanted to join us. Is she still joining us?
She has joined this class, but the decision to now
Oh, that's her
join
decision. It's her decision.
the paid one is for her. Yes.
Yeah.
She's here now.
This is what I'm going to tell anyone. Most people sometimes, when they look at the money they're paying, they feel like, oh, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of, and I laugh. You need to think of value. You need to focus on value. You know, a person with a poor mindset will always look at the price tag on things. You need to believe that you can afford it. And you need to stretch for it. But first off, ask those there, what is the value? In the group chat for batch 4, somebody dropped one crazy profit he made today, and I mentioned it earlier. Even me, I was like surprised, like, wow, this guy has gone haywire. All right. So this is the kind of thing we want everybody to experience. Simply by joining this training, your upline will not be stressed again about what you are doing RoyalQ. Once you go through this training, your upline will not even be, he will think maybe he will just be seeing your trade results, but he will not be bothered as helping you to understand anything again. You'll be on autopilot. It's now you to get your team of 20, hit V2, and make sure that they can trade, and then take it from there. So I look forward to seeing you on V6, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I can see some hands up. Those people. Okay, Madam Shao, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
I'm happy to be part of this training. Can you hear me?
Yes, super happy to hear you. Super happy to have you here.
Thank you. Please, I have some series of questions. I hope that you won't feel that it's stupid. You already said whatever question you ask, you can ask. So I'm just going to go ahead to ask. After the training, what will be the advantage of using RoyalQ over normal exchange, using the exchange to trade? I want to know.
Excellent.
The second one is that if you trade with RoyalQ, you're already going to pay 20% of your profit. Do you still bear cost of trading in the exchanges? Because what I notice is that with this MACD automation, I use it and I set the little money I have into low, like $10 and $20, and I use like $9 to trade, and I find out that the profit I'm making is not really there. As if maybe the trading, I'm incurring some trading expenses also. I don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
Worries me.
I
And
get
my third question has been answered. I need a setting for small amounts of money. I've just gotten it right now from the last call that you made. So,
Okay.
and again, if you put on if you put on margin calls and somehow there is no money there and the margin call has been switched off, if you add money, can you go back and switch it on for you to pick the margin calls? Is it wise?
Okay, so you've asked a couple of questions. Let me start by now. I've forgotten the one I want to start with.
Okay.
So there's something. Hold on. There's
The
something.
first one is the use of if after this training, is it better to still trade with RoyalQ or to go straight to your use your exchange to trade?
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
remember that one. I want to talk about the other one where you said your money is not showing. So you have
Yeah,
some.
the advantage of setting up multiple trades as against few trades, depending on your capital. For example, I had $200. So, and I put in $20 per trade, and I use $9 as first buying amount. So, but I use Max T automation with 2%. After calculating it for like 1 week now, it's been trading, it's been showing profit, but I realized that the total money is not really there. So I'm not
Yes.
looking like, is it that
Let me
I've
speak.
been
Let me speak. Let me speak to that. So, by the way, no question is stupid, right? No question is stupid.
yeah.
In fact, I'm happy that we have lots of persons here because many people go through this. I know Engineer Fick also went through this at one time. It's not just about the number of trades you are taking. Of course, with $100, why are you taking 20 trades? That's a mistake we made in 2021. Eh? So with $200, why are you taking 10? No, don't do that.
You know why I did that?
Mm.
Do you know why?
Why?
When we were synchronizing with Lawyer Taj, he said he brought settings that if you have $200, this is what you should. So I decided to follow that because that's what he was doing for me when he was trading for me when I synchronized with him. So I
No
didn't know
problem.
it's not a good thing.
No problem. No problem. So maybe he does some analysis that he uses to, but you as a newbie, I want you to remember this one thing. You
Okay.
are swimming in a very violent ocean.
Yes.
So when you are using small capital and you spread into different things, it's like you have tiny plank in the ocean.
Yes.
And you want to be swimming on the ocean on tiny plank.
Mm.
It's not better you bring together your planks and create a.
Exactly.
I'm not going into coaching, and this is where I open people's head.
Yes.
So when you have the money management, don't put all your money in one trade. I agree with that. Yeah. Don't put all your money in one trade. So if you have $200, you can take 2 trades.
Okay.
Or divide it into 3 and take 3 trades. Don't say you have $200 and you're taking 10 or 20 trades. You're going to be confusing yourself. How many can you monitor? I thank God you're even in the training. When you enter the training now, you find out that you have to do analysis before trading. How many will you monitor? You'll be giving yourself headache. By the way, let me chip in here that you don't need to trade every coin. Or you can just concentrate as a newbie. Concentrate on the top 20 coins.
Yes.
Coin market cap. Just focus on those ones. Leave all those miracle coins because you are still learning.
Okay.
All right. So that is my suggestion. But be that as it may. The reason why sometimes you're not seeing your money appearing is because your money remains as dust and hasn't converted to USDT. So please pay close attention to this. And I want everybody to stop whatever they are doing and pay attention to this. Your book takes more USDT, $10 or $5, goes to buy something like oh, I put this in the fridge for me. Oh, have I finished it? So it goes to buy something like let's just say, which coin? What's your best coin? I'm trying to remember. Let's just say it goes to let's say it goes to buy ADA. It goes to buy ADA. Now, when it takes that 1.5% or 2% on ADA,
yes,
it's supposed to take everything, both the capital and the profits, back to USDT. Sometimes it does not do it completely.
Okay.
Especially when you are trading with small capital.
Yes, and I see most of them in the in the exchange. It will
Good.
just leave
So
some small money
when you
on
see it as exchange, the other, the capital and profits, whatever is left there, do you know what will happen when the market crash? The value will start going down.
Mm-hmm.
So when the value is going down, it will not appear as if your profit is not showing.
Yes.
It's not as if it did not make profit, but it did not quickly convert it at that moment to USDT. So you need to go back and use convert or sell function and convert it back to USDT. You need to do that routine check on your board. Now, there is a two-way. If the market is pumping, that your dust will raise your money too.
Okay.
But when market is facing down, market has been facing down more often these days. When it's facing down, that means your 2% you made has now gone back to maybe minus 5%. Do you get it? And it will not look like a case of, oh, my boss is not working. What's the value of trading with RoyalQ? RoyalQ was designed for people who trade with $50,000. Do you understand? Those Malaysian boys, when we were crying about deep in 2021, they did not even understand why we were crying, because they were trading with $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. So my suggestion to you is, don't be splitting your money into tiny, tiny coins, and do audit of your account from time to time. Be careful not to manipulate the coin that RoyalQ is trading, but you can convert the exact one that has sold. The one that says sold, you can go to convert or sell section and trade it. So now this is why I believe in RoyalQ. And I want you to listen carefully. The automation of MACD and the margin calls make your life easier.
Okay.
Do you agree with me or not?
I do. Totally.
If you want to be trading in the exchange, you no go rest. You no go sleep. So here's what I mean. You look at the automation tool. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, it's facing down. Let me watch it. As a manual trader, you go to watch till 11, 12. You can't rest. That thing will cross over by 3 o'clock. By 3 a.m. Do you understand? It's 3 a.m. it will cross. So as a manual trader, you'll be looking at it till 3 a.m. You won't sleep. Your husband will be angry with you now. Your husband say, come to the bed, let me come and rub my back so I can sleep. I tell him you're looking at charts that you want to make money for the family. He say, what? He will never support you in your business. Your family will be in chaos. You wake up in the morning, he will not greet you. So, but when you use the market automation tool, after your analysis, you just say, this market is going to pump. You just enter. Anytime you cross over, whether from down or up, you'll be checking it. So that anytime you cross from under, I'm ready for this trade. You go to sleep. You forget about the trade. 3 a.m. it will pick the trade. You wake up by 5, you check, oh, it has picked. Before you brush your teeth and go to the office and have a meeting, before noon, it has sold. Which life do you want? You want the life where your husband
it means that, when I kept hearing that we should disabuse our mind from what's it called? MACD and the indicators. So I was thinking that we just analyze the charts and then you can just go set it and do your stop loss on the exchange and leave the matter.
No, this is why most people don't understand RoyalQ. If you don't use RoyalQ, you are going to suffer. Your family will suffer.
So me, I will not suffer. So RoyalQ to the moon.
Why do you want to be quarreling with your husband because you're looking at charts? do you know that men hate that kind of thing? When you're supposed to be rubbing my back, you're supposed to be rubbing my back and take care of me, putting food for me. You're looking at charts. You're putting food. You're looking at charts.
I can't even do that. I can't even be looking at charts like that.
You will seize your phone.
Of course.
Can even break your laptop. So now the margin calls. We have a video that explains the beauty of margin calls. The margin call is as the market is going against you, is bringing down the average price. Did you watch that video?
I understand margin calls.
So as it's going against you, it's bringing down the average price. Once you're in whole warehouse, it's bringing down the average price. So your own trade will sell faster than the person who is trading in the exchange that is not using automated margin calls.
Okay.
So RoyalQ makes life easier. People think that RoyalQ is just here for storage. It makes life easier. So the challenge is you are trading with small capital. always look at
Yeah.
the dust that is gathering in your exchange. Even if you are trading big
Okay.
capital, it's a robot now.
Mm.
You know, sometimes network issues,
Mm.
glitches, anything can happen. There could be glitch, and so it will not
Mm.
sell off. So when your
Okay.
trade says sell, go and look at the exchange. Is there dust? Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that dust is too small. If you're trading with big capital, that dust is too small. You'll not be bothered.
Okay, I
Because
understand. I
the dust
understand.
will not be affecting your trade. So I've answered that
Mm.
one, right?
Yes.
I'm
I
trying to
can
look.
ask him. Let me ask. The next one is that if my margin call turns off because of no money there, can I add money and turn on the margin call, or can I go back and buy more? There's
Good.
a
So one of the rules for trading here, you don't add
yes.
money to a losing trade.
Okay.
So when you before setting your margin calls, you need to know
Yes.
how do you want to tolerate deep in this trade.
Yes.
We have technology to guide you on that. Once you have
Okay.
determined the extent, you use that to set your margin calls. As long as it hasn't exceeded that, of course you can add money. But once it has exceeded that point, don't even bother about adding
Okay.
money. Use your money and go and look for new signal and trade.
Trade that is as far as 92% loss.
92.
Yes. Nero, so many coins like that. They are 92%, 80%, 50% loss, floating loss. So I was thinking that if I get capital, I could just inject and bring them
No,
to
no,
look.
no, 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 no. Don't try it.
Okay. Okay.
So we live in a very violent market. As we
Okay.
go through the training, don't be discouraged. You see, that is the
Okay.
importance of this training. My
Mm.
job is to make sure that you don't ever experience that again in
Okay.
RoyalQ.
Thank you.
By this
Thank
time,
you very much.
when you use this method, you now see the sweetness of RoyalQ.
Mm.
Your husband will just be seeing that you're smiling.
Amen. Oh, amen. All of
He-
us will smile in the group.
Look, if he used to give you money a lot, you just realize that you are not asking much for money again.
Hmm.
From your own activity, you are vomiting. Somebody don't just come for class. Just don't joke with this training. In fact, even if you are on the road,
I'm not
connect and listen.
afraid, but I'm afraid of my level of assimilation. I'm just afraid. I just want to grab it because it's not funny.
As you are
I
talking
just
to me now,
need
yeah,
to
I don't think you
handle
as
things
stressful as
analysis.
I don't think you'll be as stressful as some other people in previous batches. I don't want to
Okay.
call names. There are people that suffer me more than you think you will suffer me. For you to for you to be thinking of trading on the exchanges, for you to be saying you understand margin calls, for you to be saying so many things, even your questions, you grab the results. You are too sharp in your brain, or you are too sharp. You'll be among to even finish your assignments. The way I'm looking at you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please,
Mm.
one last question. What is the advantage of autopilot setting? I don't really know what is autopilot setting and manual setting. What is
So
the
the pilot
difference?
setting is for, as you are now, as Hajia, you can just have some big people who can afford $1,000, $40,000. You just set them on autopilot.
Okay.
So there's a setting where in the margin configuration, you say if the market goes down by 1.5% or 1.1%, buy 2 times. If it
Okay.
goes down again by 1.1%, buy 4 times. You can be
That's manual setting, isn't it?
Yeah, but you save everything inside the bot and you'll be running on
Okay.
autopilot. You will have about maybe
Okay.
200 margin calls.
Oh,
So that's for
okay.
very busy people. And you operate it. So here are a few things you need to know about such settings. You should operate it only in whole warehouse mode.
Eh.
Mm.
You mean if you have more than 4 margin calls, you can still be in a whole warehouse mode?
Yeah, if you select whole warehouse mode.
I was made to understand that it's only SOP mode once it is more than 4 margin calls.
No. You can operate whole warehouse mode. So this is the reason I say whole warehouse mode.
Okay.
You operate in whole warehouse mode, so it will be bringing down the average price.
Price. Okay.
If
Okay,
you're
better.
if you're operating sub-beam mode and the market crashed by 70%, you'll be making money in the deep.
Only in the deep. My
But
other trades that were bought at high price.
you will never come out of that deep.
No, I don't want that.
You understand? So in me, when I teach my team, I tell them, forget about making money in that deep. Just focus on getting out of the market. Because you cannot be dancing the deep. For 1 year, you are minus 70, minus 80, minus 90%. And you see you're dancing the deep. You're not, are you a holder or a trader? If you're a holder, fine. That's your whole, you can wait for 5 years for your trade to come out. God help you if they delete that coin. If they delete that coin,
that's the end of your money.
So, but here's the most important thing I want you to remember. Only use autopilot settings for Bitcoin and Ethereum only.
Okay.
Because I think those two coins can never be delisted as of today.
Okay, by the grace of God.
You understand? Because Bitcoin is the foundation of the blockchain. Ethereum is the next coin to Bitcoin. You understand?
Yes.
I never see the coin we won't beat Ethereum. So those two, you can set autopilot trading on them. We made a mistake years ago. We set autopilot on Acro.
And
many of us, we went through pain. We waited for Acro. There was a month it made 60%. We were so excited. Then it went down. It stayed down until Binance listed it, and we had to take that loss. So you know what? We just keep learning from our mistakes.
Yes.
Getting better. We don't give up. Many people
this is my second time in RoyalQ. It was in RoyalQ when it first came in 2021. And the whole account, my bought fees and everything. After with heavy floating loss, I got discouraged. I left it. I just got back to RoyalQ last October, and I still ended up in floating loss. When my friend told me about the 300 trades challenge they were taking and everything, and she was doing well, she encouraged me. I entered again with another email because I have to leave that group and join this group to be able to be in the midst of this, good professionals to be able to make money. But I still ended up in, floating loss. So it's really so discouraging. And that's why, I have to make sure that I attend this training. In fact, the money for the training was partly paid by my, upline.
And that was because she knows the power of the training.
Yeah, I also know that the training is going to be powerful. In fact, I'm the one that discussed it with her, that I want to, but I don't have the money anymore. All my monies are in floating losses and everything. Imagine over 90% floating losses.
All right, so we're going to check that. So let me use this opportunity again to emphasize on the importance of success in RoyalQ. Back in 2021, all those people that were joining were networkers. They were Ponzi calibrated. They were
You're very correct.
They were Ponzi leaders. They were leaders of Ponzi. Even me, I think that time I didn't even know what Ponzi
they are
and
still like that today. I'm calling them to come back to RoyalQ. They're not answering me.
So they were Ponzi. They prefer Ponzi. So when they did 3 months, 3 months is Ponzi month. When they did 3 months, they moved to the next project. So, but that's not how to do RoyalQ. To do RoyalQ, you need to understand at least 3 things. 1, you must understand the bot, which is why we're doing this session.
Yes.
2, you must understand the violent market.
Yes.
Like I always tell people, the market shows its hand. It's holding the cards. But if you know the way the market behaves, you will see that the market is showing you the cards already. So you will know whether it has pick 2 or pick 3 or general market.
Okay.
The market, see, the market is holding the cards, but the market actually shows you its hand. Only if you know, you know. If you don't know, you keep losing money. So you have to understand the market. Then 3rd, you have to understand yourself. And understanding yourself takes a lifetime. Okay? Are you a short-term trader? Are you a long-term trader? Intraday, and all that. So this training can be used for Forex.
Yes.
It can be used for gold. It can be used for crypto.
Okay.
Most times people think it's just a RoyalQ. The markets behave the same. So this price you're paying can help you understand any market. The other day, somebody showed me, hey, there's a Forex robot. I'm making 100%. The person marketing showed he made 100% in 1 day. I just called the person that, was talking to, I said, see, that guy, you are misleading people. They will come and arrest you. You're not telling people that you are doing a high leverage. You're not telling people that you're using lot size. You are just showing people the money until when people blow their
That is
account.
how somebody, one guy from Kenya, took our money. I was trading forex for us. The money was actually in our, what do they call this forex something? Our like FX, whatever.
A broker.
I can't remember the name to call it. Money was in our account. We only gave him our password to be trading. That's how he burnt all the money. So if even if it's crypto that is burnt, that you make loss, like if it's not delisted, you know that to come up again. It's still your coin. But if it's forex, once your money is burnt, you can't get it back.
Yeah, blow boss, think up ago. Yeah, that's it. So we are here to change our story. So
yeah,
the journey is a powerful journey. The basic class is enough for most people. That's why after this batch, I'm not teaching anybody advanced class again. That's the
I'm
beauty of
happy to be part of the advanced class. So by the grace of God, I'll be there.
I mean, most people don't even bother because they're making so much money from the basic training. They don't need the advanced class. So
this is a chance for me to know everything, and I will take I'll take advantage of it.
so, but if you can finish your assignments, you're gonna be glad.
I'll try my best. That's my busy schedule.
It looks like others have questions to ask, even in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
see all those
I'm
things.
done with my questions anyway.
Yeah, I see all those things. But Madam is important to me, so I have to make sure she's satisfied with her questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the people that are raising their hands, I will find out if they are members of the training, and then I will ask them. Okay, so let's hear from. Let me go to the charts first. All right, so I've responded to that link. So the coaching classes to come. Are we going to have session on MACD? No. I've already explained MACD now. Jacob, there's nothing again for you to bother about MACD. I've already explained the only gap in MACD. Go watch the MACD video. I can't be training people on MACD. MACD is the list of your problems. I train on more important aspects of the market. So I can't charge you to teach you MACD. that would mean I'm joking. All right. Yes, for people who have challenges with TradingView, now this is the reason why we told people to come into the batch. Jacob, are you a member of the team? All right, so are you a member of the batch 5? So we told people to come in early because the first video I give to you, since last month when people said, joining the training, the first video I give to them is the TradingView videos, 2 of those TradingView videos. Those videos, I tell people, watch them as a movie. Just watch them as a movie. Then if you want to practice, go practice. As we go along, for every class, we can, clear some items on TradingView, because without TradingView, you can't make progress. All right. All right. Send us setting up for strategy setting. No, ask your sponsor for strategy setting. I think I've talked about that here. Please, I hope the meeting is being recorded. Yeah, it's recorded. We'll come in late. No worries. Please, coach, send us settings for different capital. Those settings are in the groups. Just ask in the group wherever you are. Someone's going to drop you those settings. Yeah, lots of other true, so correct. So okay. Let me just root. So what should we do? Because mine has been in floating loss since December. You are already in floating loss, so just wait for it to come out. And I hope it will be delisted. There's nothing you can do. Now, this is what I tell people. It's better you sell your coin at a loss and join this training than to be waiting for floating loss to come out so I can get money to train yourself. And if you've gone through the training, you will know it's worth it. I'm not just telling you to go and take a loss. Personally, I will close my trade. I've lost $2,000 in one trade because I can't just let it to keep floating. I just close it. Man, I'm done with this trade. I go to the next one. There was a trade I didn't obey my rules. I put in $4,000. I didn't obey the rules. I just said, let me even disobey my rules. Because sometimes you just wonder, oh, is it that the market? I disobeyed my rules. I lost 50% of that capital. I said, nonsense. This is exactly why we need this training. All right. So go sell off your coin at a loss and get into the training. Stop playing. So please explain the whole position versus sub-in. All right. So whole position means the entire market is one market. Okay. It will just be bringing down the average price. As the margin calls are buying, it will be buying more, bringing down the average price. Go watch my batch 1, batch 2 pre-training call. I explained that in full. Just whatever group you are, WhatsApp group, ask for the batch 1, batch 2 pre-training call. I explained that in detail. I can't really do that here. Now, as it's going deeper, it's buying. So what happened is that you might not be making money in the deep. When it's going deep, you are not making money, but it's bringing down the average price. Now, let the market just pump small. Your trade will come out. And the trade will come out once. Okay? It will come out once. But you have to be patient. But if you are doing sub-B mode, whether sub-B mode, real-time settlement, or sub-B mode, the ordinary sub-B mode, what's going to happen is when the trade is going against you, it will be buying and dividing the market into different markets. So it will divide the markets, the pricing, it will divide the price dipping into different markets based on your margin calls. So let's just imagine that the market now is in Nigeria and the market has gone to minus 10%. You are still in Nigeria market. When the market goes to minus 20, you have moved to Algeria. So it will begin to trade in Algeria up to minus 25%. Then when the market goes to minus 30%, it has gone to Spain. It will operate in Spain at minus 10%, minus 30%. Guess what? That Spain market will be observed as different. So if the market starts coming back up, the Spain market will sell first, separately. So if the market comes back up to 20, Spain market will sell up separately. If it comes back up to, higher, the Algeria market will sell off and give you profit. Then from there, it will come back to Nigeria. Then if it starts dipping again, it will go back to Algeria, buy the dip. If it dips more, it will go back to Spain, buy the dip. If it dips more, it will now go to Italy and buy there. So it's like based on price dipping, each price range is looked at as a different market, and it will be selling them as subsets. So it will not sell it once like whole warehouse mode, where everything is a whole one warehouse. This one is like you have different warehouses with different price tolerance and TP. So the thing is, if it starts taking you to Timbuktu or Tibet, your trade will continue until it starts coming up from Tibet, Timbuktu, coming up. Then if it goes down again, so that trade will not come out once, but you'll be said to be making money in the deep. It's a very powerful system if you're a long-term patient trader and if you're trading a coin that will not be delisted. But we've seen Binance shenanigans with a lot of delisting. I personally feel that the delisting is becoming a strategy for turning people into liquidity. But our job is to stay afloat in the market, right? So I prefer people trading with whole warehouse mode, but it just needs a little bit more patience so that when it sells once, it has sold. It will bring down. So that time when price was going from Nigeria to Algeria to Spain to Timbuktu, it will be bringing down the average price. By the time the market comes back to Spain, it will sell everything off once, and you get your profit once. The trade is gone. It's out and profitable. You don't have to wait for the price to come back to Algeria or Nigeria before you sell profitably. So that's the beauty of whole warehouse mode versus sub-in mode. We have videos on this. And how do I come out of over 22 coins in floating loss, sir? It's up to you. You can either just wait and hope that they won't. Nothing you can do about it for now. Just wait and hope that the market comes in your favor. If the bull run comes soon, then you smite to the bank. Just be patient with it. Kai, but those kind of 92% dip. Please don't be angry. I need to know what is the difference between RoyalQ and CBEX. An amazing question. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, I'm not going to answer this alone. I want some leaders to answer this one for me. Any leader, unmute yourself and answer. RoyalQ and CBEX, what's the difference? RoyalQ and CBEX.
Okay, Coach Nnamdi, good evening, sir.
Evening, Dr. C.
I know you are not expecting me to answer the question.
Why? You can answer. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Anyway, the person that asked that question is forgiven already. His or her sins are forgiven. CBEX. Now, CBEX is this platform. Is one of these platforms that they are using to try to discredit crypto and try to make crypto look like a scam project. It is not. Now, they only front crypto as a camouflage, all right, in order to make their fraudulent project look legit and in order to attract people. CBEX is a Ponzi scheme. And why is it a Ponzi scheme? It is a project, it's a fraudulent project that you release your money to the institution or to whoever owns it, to the platform. You do not have access to your money. And they tell you that they are trading for you with your money. And of course, you'll be getting daily returns or weekly returns, or as the case may be. And guess what? It's just all about getting more people's money and paying. So it's just like rob Peter to pay Paul. Okay? So anytime that they're able to get enough as much as they want, they'll lock the system and you do not have access to your money. But in RoyalQ, now here is the difference. RoyalQ is not crypto. RoyalQ is not crypto. The only business that RoyalQ has to do with crypto is that they design a trading bot, an artificial intelligence trading bot that enables people to use it to trade in the crypto market directly from their exchange. And their exchange in this case is like a bank account, right? So your Binance of this world, Bybit of this world, and the rest of it is like a bank account whereby you have your money, which you are 100% in control of. You are only employing the services of RoyalQ. So RoyalQ is like a servicing company that renders the services of their trading bot for you to use it to trade the money you have in your exchange, in your bank account. Like, that's the way I like to explain it to some people, that this is a question. So whatever happens to RoyalQ, God forbid, that their boat is no longer working, that they are no longer in business, hello, the money you have in your exchange that you are trading is intact. And someone may say, what about the one in floating loss? Yes, that money that you have trading in RoyalQ in floating loss is not actually in RoyalQ. It's in your exchange. So, in other words, even if anything happens to the bot, that's why your robot can expire today. Yet, the money you are trading in with the robot is still in your exchange. You can go there and exchange it. You can go there and sell it and have control of your money. So, if your money is in floating loss, you can actually stop it in RoyalQ or pause it, wait for it to appreciate, and you can actually recover your full funds in your exchange. That is, if you know the market and if you have patience to wait for the market. Okay? So the only money you are losing in RoyalQ is that 120 you are using to buy the bot. In fact, this is my how many years in RoyalQ, and I've experienced several bot upgrade, right? System upgrade. And guess what? Even the fuel fee, which is like a money we release to be in RoyalQ coffers, even during their system upgrade, we still had access to withdraw those fuel fee into our exchange. Coaching them, the true of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As in, this is your fuel fee. Oh. This is your fuel fee. And listen, a lot of people have even run to some other trading bot applications, which some of my friends have tried to invite me. And I tell them something, I say, there's something that RoyalQ does for me that this one won't do for you. And they say, what is it? I said, that money that you deposited as your fuel fee, which they are deducting from as your trading commission, try to withdraw it and see if the platform will remit it.
Exactly.
And I have one of mine who went to one that I will not mention the name. You understand? And when he tried what I asked him to do, he screamed, he said, Doc, he said, I could not withdraw it too. Hey, and I've already activated. And I put it, I laughed at him, man. Oh my God. He said, why are you laughing now? I said, it's an adventure now. In life, you win, you lose. You have tried this. So you did not, you thought that floating loss is a RoyalQ thing. It's not a RoyalQ thing. It's a market thing. It's a market thing. And as good as Coach Nnamdi is, he is not even 100% excellent in maneuvering the market.
Yeah.
As good as anybody, even the greatest crypto gurus. Before I joined RoyalQ, I paid for some crypto trading coaching worth $500 before I even joined RoyalQ. And in fact, I did not even understand what they did in that trading course. One day, one person will come and speak, pray. Another day, one lady will come and speak, pray. Both the Oyibo intonation, the accent, I don't understand anything. And at the end of the day, I lost my $500 and I did not learn anything before I even joined RoyalQ. So even them, I even telling you that the highest trading performing rate that they boast of is between 75 to 94%. Now, what happens to the remaining percent? It's floating loss. In fact, them that are not even trading with a bot, they don't suffer floating loss. They suffer outright loss. True or false, sir?
Yes.
They suffer outright loss. But we are saying floating loss because we are using a bot that holds our trade, waiting for the market to retrace for it to sell for us. So that is it. So I hope I've answered the question of the person that's asking for the difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Osimoni. I appreciate it. All right. So, Madam Hope, your hand is up. I know you want to chip in on this CBEX.
Okay, thank you. I think he has said it all, though I don't know if the person that has the question is fine with the answers, but I just want to add that one of the ways they got people really was the fact that CBEX is an exchange. Yeah, there are exchanges, There are big boys, there are bigger boys. So when you talk about things, exchanges like Binance that have a huge insurance, you know what I mean? Even if anything goes wrong, you're good to go. But CBEX doesn't have that. So that was one of the ways they got them. And the fact that nobody can close any WhatsApp group on you, So CBEX they just gather themselves in WhatsApp groups and Telegrams and all that. So once they close any WhatsApp group, close their website, it's gone. You know what I mean? And then they say the bit of skill acquisition. We are talking about lifetime skills. You can never get it with CBEX. All you need to do is to give your money to somebody to trade for you. We are just so lazy Nigerians. Our former president said it, and it's true. We are so lazy. We like giving people stuff to do for us when you can actually, I told myself that irrespective of the course I did in school, I just want to enroll, into a financial institution, which I am already in RoyalQ Academy. So that is one of the things you get. You tend to go, don't fish for me, I want to fish the fish myself. Because now you are in control of your capital. You know how to direct it. You know which coin to trade. You know how to go about it. If you're out of job tomorrow, you know what to do because you've already gathered some skills. CBEX won't give you that. There are a whole lot of advantages. Please let me not just continue on that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, ma. So I want you to listen carefully. Whoever asks that question, all right, please listen carefully. And I understand you sent it directly to me because you don't want to be asked, let me answer you clearly. Anybody can claim to be an exchange. When Binance opened their exchange, did they go up and down opening offices for you to come and sign up in the exchange? No. Binance did their thing, spoke to their friends, provided service, people gradually began to enter. When you see the drive for marketing being too much, that is not an exchange. Okay? Secondly, everybody in an exchange cannot be making profits. Everybody in an exchange cannot be making profits. Some people have to be liquidity. Some people have to be the ones to lose. So when you enter an exchange, and we need to understand this, when you enter a system, everybody is making money. It's a zero-sum game. Even Forex, crypto, everything is a zero-sum game. Everybody cannot be making money. For you to make money, some people have to lose. So when you enter an exchange and everybody is making money, Mr. Madam, it's a scam. Third, trading is not done at a particular time of the day. If they tell you 1:30, come 1:30 every day, 1:30, signal is given. It's a scam. It's a bloody scam. And the reason is the market is, if it's like that, everybody can be a billionaire now. The market shenanigans is high. So you cannot say that every 1:30 market is going to give you signal that will be profitable. That's a lie. That is why I wish anybody that went through my goodbye to floating loss training or goodbye to poverty training will never have fallen for the CBEX scam. Because you know that the market must take money from some people to pay people that have knowledge. And this is why I tell people, come for this training. And I repeat it. The market will always take money from you that is ignorant and pay those who have the knowledge. People will always try to trade, but the people who are ignorant, their money will be taken from them to give to those who are wise. Then, of course, this is a standard RoyalQ training screen. Your money remains in your exchange. RoyalQ did not say we have our own exchange. Come and put your money in our own exchange. That's bullshit. RoyalQ never said that. RoyalQ just said we are the bots. We're not an exchange. Keep your money with the exchange, with your exchange. In fact, if you send your money to RoyalQ, RoyalQ will kick off anti-money laundering rules. And Dr. O. Simon said something. He said, with RoyalQ, you can withdraw your gas fees. I remember many platforms that were saying, oh, we are trading futures. My gas fee is still locked in there. I couldn't withdraw my gas fee. Send message to support. Nobody's answering you because they've taken your money to go and chop. So this RoyalQ is a totally blessed opportunity. We cannot compare it with CBEX. RoyalQ tells you your trading capital should never come to me. If it comes to me, that means you're trying to put us as a money laundering organization. Just send your, so that's it about it. So that's a great question. I hope I've answered your question. You can drop me a private chat if I've answered your question. Where and when is the training taking place? The training takes place online, usually in the evenings around 7:30, 7:20, 7:30. We kickstart 2 or 3 times a week, coaching calls. We have recordings you have to watch in advance. So that way I can serve anybody from anywhere in the world, right? My goal is to get many people to become, this is goodbye to poverty. If you don't learn it, you keep having floating loss. So, I mean, it's not compulsory, all right? So, please explain the whole position and subbing would have explained that, yes. Please don't be angry. Oh, okay, I went back to CBEX again. No, don't tell the person not to ask this. So it's a good question that he asked. So no question is stupid, actually. Coach, those of us who sync to Crypto Extra, can we unsync and sell all the trades I lost? Because I have over 19 trades in floating loss. So I'm thinking of unsyncing from Crypto Extra and selling loss, and thank God I'm in batch 5 where I will acquire skills. All right, no problem. You can look for extra money. All right. Look for extra money. Don't be in a hurry to trade. First off, you will do assignments, 30. If you do 5 to 7, 8, 9, and it's going, and I say you're getting it right, then you can begin to trade with the rest of the assignments. All right. Don't be in a hurry to trade. Then you can just look for extra money to start testing. But if you want to unsync, yes, you can unsync. It's your personal decision. If you want to unsync and you know, take your money and do. For you to be in this training, I can promise you that you know, and even you watch out for that crypto extra strategy. Over the next 1 month, to be delivering massive and radical results. All right, because in the same group, the person is also a part of the training. So don't underestimate that strategy. After this training, that strategy is going to be delivering wonders. All right. And I'm super happy for RoyalTaj and being a part of this. All right. So, not to worry. Those floating losses are normal. Don't it was the days of ignorance. All right. Now you are here. We're going to change that. What is the relevance of time frames on certain trades? Don't worry, we'll tackle that in our training. Mr. Adebayo, are you part of the batch 5 training? If you're there, don't worry, we'll tackle all that. All right. Thank you so much for taking time to. Adebayo, are you part of the training?
Yes, I'm part of the training.
Oh, awesome. So we're gonna tackle all that. In fact,
thank you.
Within this week, we'll be done with all that. Yeah. Thank you for taking time, clearly, and appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome. Can we get the recording of the? Yeah. I'll drop the recording in all the groups where I dropped the announcement. You are privileged and blessed. There are some RoyalQ groups I don't place the advert of because I have to get permission from the group owner. So you know, Dr. Money has observed. For Dr. Money would allow us to do this. She has observed batch 1, batch 2, batch 3 results and said, okay, this is different, it's worth the sacrifice. Let me tell you, if you pay $1,000 somewhere else, that training you pay $1,000 for, when you come to Goodbye to Floating Loss training, you realize that training did not teach you anything. The reason you are getting this training at a very discounted price is because of the RoyalQ community. And my coaching is going to open your head and put all the stuff in. So thank you very much for all the questions. All the hands are down. Is there anybody else that has any questions? The recording of this call.
Please, how much is the training?
Okay, so it's just $300, okay? Yeah, for those who can afford it. Like, once again, even if it means selling some coins.
Okay, $300 for how much? For how long?
So the training is a 6-month coaching call, but the first 1 month is intensive. So during the first 3 weeks to 4 weeks, it's extra intensive because I have to push you to understand lots of things and start getting results. Then we now introduce you to more advanced concepts. So even with the basic concepts, people are making miraculous results. So, but the advanced concepts, now we'll continue on the advanced concepts gradually as we go along. So for 6 months, even a year, if people are willing to learn, they will still be in those groups. It's only when I see a group that is nobody's talking, nobody's asking questions, I say, okay, that means we are done here. You people are making money. I can shut down this group. Yeah. Otherwise, if you have any questions anytime, I always answer those questions. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to do this. The reason I did this is because we have tried different things in this RoyalQ. We have tried different things. There's no other option but to understand the market. So if you really want to make money with RoyalQ, understand the market. And that same skill you can use for any other kind of trading that you wish for. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm just looking at all the terms that you guys are, I don't understand. All the terms that you guys are using are strange to me based on where I am coming from. Network marketing industry. Hope I can cope. If you are, yeah, madam, you will cope. You will cope. And the person that connected you to the training, you see, the person is blessing herself. Because when you are done with this training, you know, we discussed, right? The crowd you're going to pull that I'm still going to train offline. Your RoyalQ team, when you start, is going to be radical explosion. You know, I'm assuming that you're the one that I spoke to, that you said you have a crowd. So see, when you have that crowd, tell me, I will make time. 2 weeks, I will come down there. You guys will just settle me, and I'll open the head of everybody physically and put the knowledge in their head. All right. And once you get on RoyalQ, you will see that network marketing you were doing was child's play compared to, I mean, madam, let me ask you, the network marketing you are doing, did it take you to $1 million?
Not at all, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, good evening. So
I've been in network industry for over 20 years, and I've been earning from there, but CBES, I just joined CBES. It's CBES that opened my eyes to crypto, and I told you what happened. I lost over $10,000. I told you. And I decided to say that I have to revenge back to get my money back. This time around, I need to do it right. That was why one of my downline connected me with to you, and I decided to learn and be a pro, if possible, into it. So I just pray, because some of the terms you guys are using here, I don't know. I pray God
don't
will see
worry.
it.
You are in the right team. By the time after 1 month, you come back here and you will testify. Now, the thing is, along the path, whenever you're ready, you open a RoyalQ account and then you start
Yes,
trading.
I've opened it, but I've not done anything. She was talking about binding it with my Binance or something, but I didn't get that from her. I said, okay, maybe
she
I'll
will
ask.
bind it, but don't do any trading until I give you go ahead. I need to see your results. When you do 10 assignments and I review your 10 assignments, I'll say go ahead. You can start trading.
Okay.
When you do 10 assignments and you get high percentage results, I'll tell you now you can start trading. It is now that time you understand all the grammar we are using here. All right. I will personally guide you through to make
I'm great.
you succeed. So there's a reason why she connected you to this training. And leaders who want to go far in RoyalQ, they tell their people to come for this training. And the reason is when they go through this training, it's true, and those leaders will rest. Those leaders will rest, and they'll be so that network marketing. I tell you that when you bring your team, that crowd to RoyalQ, and you teach them how to trade, you will just be thinking, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
I told you, because of this CVS and the Bitcoin, WW coin, most of them were saying, Mama, first go, let's see. Like I told you, but I have many of them that will say, okay, let's go there. But I told them, let me take the risk. I love leading by example. Let me try it first.
Madam Ifeyiwa, this is your last bus stop. Don't worry. You are in the right place.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There's no risk like that here. This is the safest thing you can do with yourself. And it's just I understand after the CBX scenario, people feeling really hard done with. When you go through this training and start using RoyalQ, you realize that CBX was a clear scam. That, by the way, let me say this. What CBX did was the same thing MTFE did 3 years ago. Is it 2 or 3 years ago? The same script, the same pattern. MTFE came and said, we are an exchange. And some RoyalQ people went there, they said that the trade is faster there. Many of my RoyalQ members, they went there, they said the trade is faster there. Very accurate trade. In fact, I know many leaders that said, this is very sweet, come. And I said, where does the money stay? The money goes to their exchange, their own. I said, rubbish. If it's their own, then they're a scam. And for everybody on the system to be making so much money, zero-sum game, it's a scam. So you're gonna enjoy this journey.
Okay, sir.
Right. You're welcome.
I'm grateful.
Just know that those your guys, when they want to pay me, they'll pay higher than what you paid. All right.
I told them. All right, sir.
Please, since this is all about making money, what is the minimum or maximum profit one can make in a month, assuming you deposit 10K and you understand what to do? Sorry, I came in late. Okay, so I will leave this one to people to talk. I don't want to talk. If you have gone through the training, I want you to now tell this person that has $10,000 how much can they make if they do the training. I don't know who the person is. I don't even know who the person is. Yeah, for the sake of the recorded version, those who've done the training, because I don't want to start speaking to this. It should look like I'm trying to hype something. Yeah. Anybody who wants to talk about how much percentage you can make if you attend training and start implementing. The next question is
It will depend on you and
yeah.
how well you have grasped the training and how to place a trade. I mean, you can double your money in a month. Depends on how many trades you take and how well you understand how to take a trade. I don't think there's a limit. You can't say how much because there's no limit to what you can make. You just have to put yourself out there. Once you understand what you're doing, and you don't take too much risk, because as you make money, you can also lose money. But once you understand all the strategies that you can use to set a trade, then I mean, if you're making 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% on every trade, and you take 10, 20, 30 trades in a week, you're going to be making a lot of money. But you can't say for sure, for certain, that this is how much you're going to make. Somebody gave a testimony today that she made 20% today in one day. Where is that done? So it depends on how well you understand what you are being taught in this training and what you put yourself out to achieve. I think to me, that's what I can say about it.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. So the question of support and resistance, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll begin support and resistance coaching. And that will be with a different meeting link. And yeah, I'll share that detail. All right. Then, Omalicha, your hand is up. And so we can take that as a final comment. We've been here for 2 hours. Omalicha.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
My full name is Chika Uwamalam. I know that I am new to this kind of training. A brother sent me the link and then encouraged me to join. My background is network marketing, product selling. That is where I have my strengths. But for a couple of time, I've had the opportunity to do 1 or 2 with him. And I think that is why he invited me. I am grateful to be in the meeting, even though some of the terms used is still strange to me. Yes, I've heard about this kind of training. Sometime 2 years ago, when they told me about it, I told the person that it is totally scam. I don't like things like bring 10 naira, you get 20 naira. But what I'm seeing here is you get strange, know the onion of what you want to do, and not setting your mind that, okay, I'm bringing this, somebody is somewhere else doing it and be doubling money for me. No. So I'm grateful to the person that invited me, though I have not really understood the nitty-gritty of this kind of market, but I'm setting my mind to learning, which I know I will learn. I'm just saying I'm grateful, and then I will ask more questions to him before I will start asking my open questions. I have taken some notes from what has been said. I'll still go back to the recorded version to also learn and then put down my questions so that I can get it right. So thank you once again, the moderator. I'm also grateful to Mr. Frank Onoha. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
All right, you're welcome. All right, so I look forward to having you in the training. This is just a pre-training call, like an awareness session to show people and also get people to understand the RoyalQ bots better. That's what I always try to achieve with the pre-training calls. Any general questions people have, that is the trend, and making them understand the bots. That's what this session is always about, and encouraging them on what it takes to succeed in the training. But the training starts tomorrow. So if you want to get in today so that you don't lag behind. And when you lag behind, you know, not really so interesting. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. God bless you all. Remember this. When money is coming fast, that's how it will also go fast. The world has a way it works. For you to make money, you need to bring value to the table. So the value can be the knowledge you have. So the knowledge you have, you share with your team. All right. So if you are in network marketing and you have been building physical businesses, your knowledge of the physical products, their various uses, is what sets you apart. I've also done physical product businesses. All right. I've been a part of physical product businesses where I love to sell the power of those technologies and bottles and you know of that. But I don't really have the time. Why I don't do it anymore is I don't have time to be carrying things around. All right. I don't have time to be moving physical products around. All right. So you can do what they call the stockists and all that, but I don't really have that time. So I prefer trading because all I need is my phone, my system, and I keep doing whatever I want to do, wherever I am. All right. So that's the lifestyle. So you need to gain knowledge of the product. If you decide to build a team with RoyalQ, understand the product. Because I was talking to somebody who is I was at a car wash and somebody walked up to me, was marketing one of his physical progress supplements. And I told him, you're marketing this thing wrong. You're talking things, how do you know that's my problem? You need to profile people. If you see somebody who is over 40, his problem is different from somebody who is below 40. And then you can ask the question in it, so I had to guide him on how to, I took some time because I was waiting for the car to get washed. I coached him on how to, sell his product better. So the knowledge of the product will guide you. But even the knowledge is not enough because you don't need to bamboozle people with knowledge. You need to understand what's this person's problem. So please, when you get started with RoyalQ, understand the bot, understand the market, and you will go far. If you don't understand the market, RoyalQ will misunderstand you. But if you understand the market, RoyalQ will understand you and help you to make the most out of the market. So I look forward to seeing you in class. God bless you all. And someone asked another question. Oh, monitoring of price movements. All right. So in the training, we show you how to use the technology to enhance your results. All right. How do we pay for the training? Just ask wherever you got the link. I drop the link. Ask. Are you in the inner circle? Ask. All right. Or chat me up. All right. Chat me up and then we'll take it from there. But so far, I know nobody has regretted. Now, let me ask here. If you regretted paying for the training, just type regrets in the chat box or R. I'm just curious to know whether maybe one or two regrets. The voice is breaking over, I hope. Okay. So if you regret paying, if you're in batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4, and you regretted...
I said don't regret. You should pay more.
Yeah.
More.
Exactly. So actually nobody regrets. And it's a very discounted price. Just focus on value and you will succeed. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night and see you in class.